Hey, everybody, welcome to the America Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open chat between me and my viewers. I'm not good at answering emails, so if you've got something you want to say to me, something you want to ask me, whatever, here's your chance to do it. I'm here every day at 6 p.m., so come on in. You can ask any question you want, suggest any topic you want. Doesn't even have to be gun related. You know, we talk about all kinds of manly man stuff here, so feel free to ask whatever you want to ask. And if you ask me something technical that I may not know the answer to, pay attention to the live chat because someone in there probably will. And not only pay attention, but participate. Build a sense of community. That's another reason we do this every day. Not just because I'm bad at answering emails, but because it gives everybody a place to come for an hour every day and have conversations with like-minded individuals about common interests. So send those questions over. And remember, if you want to send over your responses for tonight's Shooting the Shit episode, which will be immediately after this episode, we'll be filming that right after we finish filming this, so don't go anywhere. Tonight's topic for that is, do you prefer private security or armed teachers to protect our schools? And you can weigh in for that at any time during tonight's chat by using the YouTube super chat down there. Keep your donations small, though, because YouTube tends to steal the money. But it's the only way we can really do it. With that being said, let's move on here with the chat. I like to start off every chat by reading the names of people who have ordered merchandise. So let's go over and see. I haven't looked, but I think I saw a notification come in for an order. So let me go over here and see. I know we got one yesterday, and I think I read it yesterday, but I didn't read it like read it. John Heasley yesterday, he bought himself the Be a Sheepdog, Not a Sheep shirt. Which is, I think, something that's very important. Not in the idea that everybody who carries a gun is somehow the self-appointed protector of other people that chose not to, but because I think all of us have an obligation to be sheepdogs when it comes to our Constitution, the rights of our fellow Americans, etc. Anytime we see injustice, we should stand up. We should be heard. We should fight against it. Not just when things you agree with or disagree with are happening, but when things that maybe you agree with, but, you know, enforce your opinions, but aren't fair, stand up. And things that could eventually be turned against us, stand up. We'd have a lot less problems if people did that. Paul Rollerson also bought the same shirt. Him and John Heasley going to be twins. They'll be twinsies if they wear them together on the same day. And then we got another order. This is a big order. This is an order that doesn't just have one item on it. So this is a nice order. This is Brian Smith, and he got himself some T-shirts. He got some of the old favorites, like the I Love Guns. He got Buy a Gay a Gun. I don't know if I've sold any of those before now. It's the Mouse Gun Mickeys, but it says, if you really care about LGBTQ plus community, buy a gay a gun. Which I think is a very important message. So thanks to him for actually spreading that message. Because I never understood why the gay community and women aren't the two biggest purchasers of firearms. It seems to me that's the biggest mystery in the gun community to me. Why that ain't the case. Women who are often the victim of men should be armed and be able to protect themselves. And gay people who are often the victim of everybody, especially Christians, should be arming themselves to be protected. So I just don't get it. I don't know why they don't. But Brian Smith's going to help us spread the message. So thanks for that. I appreciate everybody who placed an order. Everybody also remember, one thing about this channel, just in case you don't know, is we are a restricted channel. YouTube sent a letter to my network long ago saying my channel was now restricted. Which caused my network to drop me because they weren't going to make any money off me anymore. So if you want to get notifications from this channel, you want to help this channel stay on the air, go over to my own personal site or my own YouTube channel page. I'll link it in the upper corner here. Go over to the Yankee Marshal YouTube page, subscribe, and then make sure you turn on notifications on that page. Click that bell and turn on all notifications so that you don't miss a chance to call me an idiot. Or whatever you want to call me. So do that. Don't let YouTube win when it comes to their anti-2A discrimination. Also, if you're someone who wants to help support the channel, go on over to my own website, TYMPpistolproject.com. Over there, you can support the channel by going over and buying merch like this one. Don't point your Glock at your cock. What could go wrong? All kinds of merchandise over there. If I guarantee you'll find something you like if you go over there and look. So buy some merch and help support TYMPP, the channel and the program we run. Also, if you want to support Pets and Vets, you can join Subscribe Star. You can also get very cool patches over there on Subscribe Star, like the mouse gun patch. It's the only place you can get it. I only made 25 of these total, so there ain't a lot of them around. You also, if you want to join a more gun-friendly platform, you can join Subscribe Star. And if you join the Fur Friends level, you get a series of patches we got coming out, starting off with the Corporal one here. So go on over, sign up, help support the channel. Like I said, help us resist the anti-2A prosecution from YouTube and help us stay on the air and do the things we've been doing for years to help people and pets and veterans, etc. And while you're over there, if you think you need to be the beneficiary of TYMPP, sign up if you think you qualify. Oh, God, I didn't send that list to the voters. I got to do that. I am fucking it up. I shouldn't be running this. It was much better when Vincenzo Liberto was running it. I need to make someone, one of the judges, in charge of making sure I do the stuff I'm supposed to do. Or did I send it? Maybe I did. I don't know. But as I said, you can also sign up for TYMPP over there. So with that all being said, let's get to the questions for the day. Let me get over here. Boom. And that's not a question. It's today's date, 13th. We got a recurring payment from James Keefe. James Keefe. Not Queef. Keefe. He made his monthly $5 donation. John Heasley also chimed in and said, I want those knives, Hail Phil, for Pets and Vets. Don't you already have one of these? Didn't you win one of these already? Or did you get the different knife? Ben Coors, haven't seen him much lately. He said, who had the biggest influence on you in respect of your opinions, philosophy, beliefs on guns, carry, and the Second Amendment? Oh, I don't know if I can name a person that had the biggest influence on me. It's kind of a culmination of a lot of things, because when you form your opinions on the Second Amendment, on human rights, etc., it's a whole bunch of things that come into play. It's like, yeah, I think probably a lot of people aren't safe with guns. But I also believe that every person deserves the same rights as every other person. So I can't be a hypocrite and say, well, except for when it comes to certain things. So, I mean, I've changed my opinions on guns a lot since I was younger. I started off with, being around guns my whole life and different levels of acceptance in my family. I had a grandfather who didn't want guns around at all because he served in so many wars and didn't want any more violence around him. And I had others that were, was part of their everyday life. So I never really thought much about it, but I had kind of an elitist attitude, coming from a military family, a law enforcement family, all that stuff, had a little bit of an elitist attitude. And then when I went through the law enforcement training, became a law enforcement officer, when I went to the military, got training and blah, 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 that just reinforced my elitist attitude that certain people shouldn't have guns. But then as I got older, as I got out and experienced more out there and heard other people's opinions, I can't say that I'm mirroring anyone's opinions. I'm taking a lot of different aspects from a lot of different things in life and how I personally feel about personal freedoms, how I feel about what people are about, and I'm applying my beliefs evenly across all topics, I like to say. And that's just kind of how I got where I am, because I am a complete and total, no compromise absolutist when it comes to the Second Amendment, because I believe that's what it was written for. I believe that's the law of the land, and I think that that's what it needs to be, because I think it's important. And I love when they say things like, oh, we don't need weapons of war in the hands of citizens. I'm like, well, that's the whole point of the Second Amendment, is to have weapons of war in the hands of the citizens, so that the government can't just say, well, send the police out in the street and make everybody stay in their house and do as we say. You know, they can't just do it with no fear of anybody fighting back because nobody's got the tools. The whole point is that weapons of war are in the hands of the people in case they ever have to go to war with their government. So I'm just an absolutist, and I just got there organically. I don't think there was any one person that told me what I should think about, the topic. Who was it? That was Ben Coors. Why do you ask such a deep question? Made me have to think. Sean Bain chimed in and says, shoot with an arm and wrist brace. Me, yes, I have, yo. Thoughts or not? Oh, you mean with a brace, like a bowling brace? I mean, I have shot with one. I found that it helps sometimes, like if my arthritis was flaring up. I had, it's actually a bowling brace pretty much that I would wear on my hand when I was shooting. It really helped my wrists a lot. So I have no problem with someone using one. I don't think it's a requirement or something you should do all the time, but if it helps you physically absorb the brunt of the gun without wearing down your joints and stuff, yeah, braces are fine. I think he means a hand brace. Yes, he said arm or wrist brace. I was like, he wasn't talking about a pistol brace, was he? No, he said arm and wrist brace. So yeah, I mean, I've had to do it in the past when I was injured or when I had issues or when I knew I was going to be shooting a lot. I just don't see a problem with it. It's just another tool to help you shoot better. That was Sean Bain, and now we'll switch on to Johnny Mandrick here. Johnny Mandrick chimed in and said, leave a soup. Oh, no, I don't read that part. If you had to shill a product, what would it be? Well, I don't know if I would ever shill a product because I wouldn't, if I didn't like the product or agree with the product, I wouldn't sell it. And shilling, I don't think if you actually believe in the product, it's not shilling. It's when you say whatever they want you to, whether you agree with it or not, as long as they give you the money, which is what most channels do. That's when I have a little problem with it. But I mean, if someone came to me tomorrow, like if Sporting Systems came to me and said, hey, would you promote Minuteman ammo? I'd be like, well, I do all the time anyway. And I don't mind doing it because I use it, I shoot it, I love it, I will promote it. If I shot it as garbage, I'd be like, no. But it's really well-made stuff by people who know their shit, and I like it, and I'll promote it. I don't get anything for promoting it. I don't get paid for it or anything like that, but I'll promote it. If you're asking what would I be paid to do, I don't know if I would. I guess they'd have to pay me a lot of money, and then I'd probably do that for whatever. I mean, if they, if Bloomberg backed up into my yard with a dump truck worth of money, a dump truck full of money, and said, "Here, read this script," I'd be on TV tomorrow reading that script. If it was I made it big. This is my money. So that's why I can't be too judgmental of people, because I think maybe my biggest problem with people is when they sell out consistently and regularly for smaller amounts of money. I mean, if someone sold out for the big score, I can't be too judgmental because I'd do it too. Like if Bloomberg contacted me tomorrow and says, hey, I want to give you $5 million. I want you to film a video of yourself up in Olympia telling Turdberger that he's right all along and you were wrong and that nobody should own guns. I'd swallow my pride and do it for $5 million. And then I wouldn't have to deal with any of the hate you all threw at me because I'd disappear. You'd never see me again. But then I'd feel bad. I'd probably have to come on and create a channel where I wear a hood and alter my voice and try to undo the damage I did. So yeah, I wouldn't be a very good shill. I'm not a very good liar. That's one of the main reasons. I get told all the time, you're a horrible, horrible liar. And I'm like, well, that's because I don't do it. I try not to do it all that often. One of the good things about being mildly autistic is you tell the truth more often. My grandmother, you never had to wonder what she was thinking. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. P&B, hail Phil. Yank is right. I dared Phil to give me Lyme disease, but he won't do it because I tithe religiously. Well, that's right. He knows you're just goofing around. He knows you pay your tithe. So he's not going to give you Lyme disease. He's not going to give you Lyme disease and then someone who doesn't pay their tithe to get away without it. I mean, I'm assuming he's only got so many he can give out. I don't think he can give to everybody. We don't need a Lyme disease pandemic. He tries to give it to people that are either egregious offenders or that are in the spotlight, like Justin Timberlake. So Micah D chimed in here, getting some entries into all the drawings. Leave a super chat for Yankee, a few shots at Bobcat and other things. If you already won a holdout, what do you get? Speaking of holdouts, I don't know. Do you also have one of the what do you call them? What's the other little one? I can't give that away. I've already got that given away for the claim. Do you already have the tough? Do you already have the tough? I think you might already have that too. So let me know. If you win, we'll deal with it. We'll figure out something. I ain't gonna worry about it when you ain't won yet. Although you got the biggest chance of winning right now. We ain't got a lot of people getting entries. Kevin Payton chimed in and said, all hell Phil, on the SIG M17 and M18, can you explain how the manual safety works? Does it actually interrupt the striker from firing? I don't know if it just makes the trigger not move. I've never had one with a safety. I've never examined the model with the safety. I don't think I've ever even seen one with a safety in person. I mean, we could easily go look it up. If I don't get any more questions the rest of the night, maybe we'll go look it up and see how the safety works. Because it won't be hard to see. I mean, as soon as we see a diagram of it, we'll be able to figure out how it works. Let's see. Can I find any diagrams of it? I do believe it looks like from what I can't see a diagram. I can't find a diagram. I don't know if it locks the sear in place or if it locks the, it looks like where it's at, it might lock the sear in place, but I can't see the internals yet. So I'd have to look. There's different ways you can do a safety. You can just lock the sear in place to where you can't pull the trigger because you can't get enough resistance. Or you can lock the trigger bar, or you can disconnect the trigger bar from there's just a lot of different ways they can work. So we'd have to look at it and see. But yeah, I've never even seen one in person with the safety on it. But that was Kevin Payton asked that question, and he was the last of our super chats for now. So let's go over see if we got any emails coming in. Pinch Me Vampire. I don't know why he sent this picture. This is odd, but I'll share it here. Don't know what he's doing here. Did he get stuck? Does he not realize if he just stands upright, he can get out of there? He's got his holster on there, I see though. He's a working, or I guess acting like he's working. And people are like, oh, is he really that ugly? Yeah, he's I met him. He's really that ugly. Like I told you, there's not a lot of beauty queens in here. A lot of you'd be safe around who, like if you were around Trump or anyone else, you'd be fine. They ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't no beauty queen. Let's see here. Let's move on. I don't think any of you are in danger of sexual predators targeting you. Let's just say that. I don't think it's gonna happen. I just had a big drop in people watching. I think maybe I offended some Trumpers. I didn't even know what I was saying, to be honest. But let's see here. I was just riffing. But Kevin Payton was the last one, and I think that's the only email I've got. I got an email from Brownbird saying he got the knife that we sent him. So thanks to the gentleman who donated them. Well, I don't know about gentlemen. You mean Daniel Pennant Pint Pitt I don't know if I'd say gentleman, but the guy who donated them, yes, thanks to him very much for helping us out. All right, now I'm going to go over to the live chat. And remember, you can still weigh in at any time via the super chat if you want to weigh in for this chat. And at any time, you can weigh in with the YouTube super chat for the after chat, which is tonight's topic is, do you support armed teachers or private armed security for keeping schools safe? Which would you prefer? Which would you think would be better and why? Let us know. All right, let's go over to see if we got any questions. Mikey D says, good evening, ye old fartette. Quit. Does that thing where that little thing pops up and then it won't go away. That knife with finger loop is a letter opener. I don't know about that. How much, or I read that already. I believe that's for the after chat. That's not for tonight's chat. You can't weigh in via this chat, though. I won't be able to see that when I'm doing the after chat, just so you know. But I guess just for the record, why did it jump me to the bottom already? Just for the record, Michael Ritter, he likes armed security, like 5 police officers in every school. Oh, I don't know about police officers, but if you want to weigh in via the YouTube super chat, you can be on the chat later. But I just wanted to cover it just in case. Had a bear on my porch last night. Made me think maybe I need a 44 instead of a 357 for carrying around the mountain. Just black bears here, but I've seen a 400-pounder. Well, for one, you ain't never going to have to shoot a bear. Been around bears all my life. Got a bear that comes on our yard every night. Ain't never had to shoot a bear. Been around bears as a kid. Closest I ever come was I got treed on a water tower one time by a bear because my brother had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in his backpack. And then the asshole threw one to her when we were up there. Like, here, I'll throw her the sandwich and then she'll go away. I was like, no. Now she knows we got sandwiches. She's just going to stay here. She ain't going to believe we're out. But you're not going to have to shoot a bear. But 357 Magnum's fine for a black bear. They're going to run their ass off first time you shoot them with that if you didn't kill them. But don't shoot bears. Just get a fat, slow friend to hang out with that you really don't like that much. What if they already got a holdout? Well, we already talked about that. Can Phil do anything about Chunky D77's tummy troubles? He could probably make some suggestions. He'd have to know what's wrong with him. Like, is it an ulcer or is it GERD or does he got an irritable bowel? He'll tell him, like, take some Pepto-Bismol or stop eating spicy foods. But we'll see. Eat some oatmeal every now and then. Let's see, where are we at? I didn't know he was having tummy troubles. At my age, tummy troubles are just called having a stomach. It's just part of it. Let's see here. Have tough like Verdict and Finbear. You won too much. Hold out whenever I get it or you send it. Oh, yeah, and you got one in there ready to ship. That can be true. Which is prettier, Nikon or this? Some rich Wisconsin guy owns these guns. Do you know anything about cameras? I used to know stuff about cameras. I don't nowadays. I don't know much about them. I remember back in the day, I really wanted a Hasselblad so bad, but they were way outside my price range. I'm not showing the pictures, am I? Here, hold on. I got to show the email that just came in. But here's the email. These are the fancy guns he owns. He's got one of the gold-plated ones. One of the fancy ones here. And he's got one of the sapphires. A bunch of other stuff. Little asshole. I don't know who he is, but I hate his fucking guts. He's nasty, nasty guts. But that looks like a pretty camera. But I don't know anything about cameras anymore. I used to know something about them. I still know the basics of how they work and stuff like that, but not about brands or nothing. I think I use an EOS or something like that for my videos. I mean, I use a SLR for what I film. I don't use like a video camcorder or anything. So, where were we? I got that email. Let me get back over here to Kevin Payton, still the last one on the super chats. Since he already bends the knee to Putin, what are the odds Trump tries to give Russia Alaska back? Well, I don't think he'd get away with that. I think that would get him in a lot of trouble. I think he would immediately be removed from office, impeached, voted out. I don't think that would happen. See the news, fat guy in wheelchair got shot in the chest at Seattle Pier. He pulled a knife, an airsoft gun on someone. There's a lesson for you. Don't pull knives and airsoft guns on people who have real guns. That was a lesson I already knew, and I bet most people out there already knew. But this is a perfect example. Some people need to learn those lessons. Some people don't know that stuff right off the top of their head. You think they would. Like, I shouldn't pull fake guns on people. Shouldn't pull knives on people, especially not people that are armed. But some people have to learn those lessons themselves. I don't understand it, but it's just what it is. Yes, I saw that picture. The guy's got his ass on backwards. I don't know what that's about, but it's this picture his woman posted, supposedly of her son going to his first day of school. I don't really think it's true, because here's the thing. People make up these posts and then act like they're reacting to a post that was made up. And then people think it was real. So, yeah, just like on the things, like they'll make this absurd picture and they'll be like, look what happened. No, you staged it, or else they just make it with AI or whatever. But I don't think this was really a mother posted this. This don't look like anybody's first day of school. Keep y'all fast-tailed daughters off my son. My son's first day back to school. Yeah, I don't think that's real, but I did see that, and the thing that I took most from it is that he's got his ass on backwards. I mean, like, how do you leave the house with your ass on backwards? It baffles me. I've seen people leave the house without their necks. That's always a good look. There are people there like this. But now leaving with your ass on backwards, that's a new one to me. You ever going to do a CZ shadow carry video? I want to buy one, but I would like your opinion. Oh, my opinion is buy one. I could. I can't right now. My son's got my range torn down. Let's see here. So far, the doc said I have gastritis. Oh, well, then you're going to start watching what you eat. And then taking some meds for it. You'll be all right. You ain't going to die. So, unless, of course, you piss off Phil, then you might. So don't piss off Phil. All right, that looks like we're done for the day on questions for the America Guns and Freedom podcast. I don't see any emails. There's no questions over here in the live chat. Remember, everybody, if you want to get into the shooting the shit episode, that will be immediately after this. You can weigh in now or at any time up until we're doing that video. The topic for the day is, do you prefer armed security or armed teachers for protecting our schools? Weigh in via the YouTube super chat. Let us know which you prefer and why. And we'll start that here in just a little bit. Yeah, a good topic for the no FUD zone, the veteran in the wheelchair who was shot after wrongfully being accused of stolen valor. I didn't know that there was a veteran in a wheelchair who did get shot after being wrongly accused of stolen valor. I don't like these people that just go around harassing people. I'm like, okay, this kid's wearing fatigues and he's never been in the military, but he's obviously a little bit not right in the head. So why are you harassing him? Just leave him the fuck alone. Like being in the military was some grand thing that everyone who's done it is somehow special. No, most of us did it because we had no other options. Most of us didn't do anything special while we were in there, and neither did most of you who were out there harassing people. So cut the fuck out. If that's the only thing, that's the only claim to fame in life, or the only reason for being you have is that you signed up and served in the military, like so many poor people have throughout the history of this country, people who didn't have any other options, or rich people who are using it as a stepping stone for a political career. If that's the only thing you got in life to make you feel special, well, then you should probably be the one that everybody's feeling sorry for. Go out and do something else. Don't worry about other people pretending like, like a 17-year-old wearing a fatigues, or a 35-year-old man playing dress up at the airport. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if he was ever in the military or he just thinks that every day's Halloween. Now, if you go around and trying to get free stuff by doing it, usually they're trying to satisfy some need for attention and approval that they've never had in their life before. And they should probably have counseling more than they should have being harassed. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, I was served in the military. I didn't do anything special. I don't consider that one of the great achievements of my life. In fact, it's one of the lesser achievements of my life, because I got a job. It's like saying, people who never served at Burger King shouldn't be wearing a Burger King shirt. You don't know what we went through at Burger King. Well, you did your job, I hope. That's about it. Yeah. Let's see here. I never understood how people latch on to the one thing they did in life that a lot of other people done. Now, if you did something, like if you're a bronze star winner, or you win the Medal of Freedom or something like that, well, yeah, great. You did something awesome. But just being in the military isn't that awesome. If you, saved 30 members from your division because you went out and did something heroic, well, then, yeah, that's important and that's amazing, and you should deserve recognition for that. But I used to be in the Army. No, that. Thank you for your service, but that's about all that warrants, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even like when people say that to me. When they say, thanks for your service, I'm like, well, I didn't do anything. Your life ain't any different today than it would have been if I had never served. So I don't know what you're so thankful for. You should be saying, I'm glad there's poor people to go over and die for rich men's wars. That's what you should be glad of. You should be thankful for the parents who, keep putting out poor children that can go serve as the grease in the cogs of the big corporations' wars. But yeah, I think I went off on a tangent there a little bit. Let me see if any questions came in while I was doing that. Nothing over here. And it used to be a crime to wear military medals or rank insignia that were not actually earned. Who gives a shit? I don't give one shit, much less two shits. I never understood the don't give two shits. I'm like, never, I don't even give one. Don't care. As long as you're not doing that to defraud someone or an institution or something like that. If you're doing it just because you're a little woo or messed up in some way or whatever, well, then I'm not mad at you. I feel a little sorry for you that you feel the need to do that. But yeah, as long as you're not doing it as part of something to defraud somebody or something, then just more pity that you get. And the people that go around trying to act like these people are the worst villains in the world, do something else with your life. Find something else to be proud of. Because surely you got something else you can be proud of. I've actually seen people standing saying, my service was the thing I'm most proud of in this world. It's the best. And their kids are standing there. I'm like, that's good. And what'd you do? I was a cook in Vietnam. I mean, like, oh, you went to Vietnam? Well, I was stationed stateside, but I was during the Vietnam period. I'm like, well, what are you fucking crowing about? Shut the fuck up. But I think that's going to be it for us tonight for the Shooting the Shit for the America Guns and Freedom podcast. I want to thank everyone who showed up and who participated. Let me make sure we are all caught up on the questions. I think we got everything in the live chat. We got everything via the super chats. And we got everything in the emails. So we are done. I want to thank everyone for coming. Thank everyone for participating, especially those that support the channel and its programs. I will see you all here in just another second. In fact, we ain't going nowhere. We're just pretending like we do. For the Shooting the Shit with Yankee, tonight's topic is, do you prefer armed security or do you prefer armed teachers for our schools? Let me know via the YouTube super chat. Once we get enough people in here, we'll get started. But yesterday when I did the chat, I forgot to sign off the American Guns of Freedom. I just kind of stood up and went and got soda. So tonight I got to remember to do the sign off. But thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for everything you do. I appreciate it. We'll be doing Shooting the Shit in just a second. Until then, everyone, I guess just remember to always carry and stay safe till I see you again, which will be in just a minute or two.